Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Badgers will kick it away to start us off. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Cornhuskers offense will have the first possession of the game. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Brian.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourself and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
Complete to the left.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Got his man downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Cornhuskers want to pick up the tempo.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And
Oh, he's got some space. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Huskers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw. The screen, he can go. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Husker.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will get the ball for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see you have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense. And if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today,
and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Bounced right back to them.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Huskers moving quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up. Defense has to be ready.
They'll go right back to it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. And the big deflection on third down forces a fourth down. The Cornhuskers line up to punt it away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. That's caught. It's Shabera. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
With the catch, it's played. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Hard running there. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. From the shotgun, the inside give. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. You guys have both played in rivalry games. So what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They want to run this quarterback. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Huskers looking to convert on fourth down. The play action fake. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Huskers headed quickly to the line. He'll pull it on the read. Those defenders were seeing red, and the quarterback felt it and got down quickly. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cornhuskers will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
On third and goal, they'll throw it. Looking to get it in. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on fourth and goal from the 1. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Make this a two-possession game with a field goal, but they want to put a little distance, a little cushion to their lead. They'll go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Nebraska. Haul that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got it in the middle. It's played. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Badgers will punt this one away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Huskers are in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Going deep. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a two-time All-American know this game is not over. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Clemson. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Rides the back on the option to give. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller has done.
There he goes. Drills him with the stiff arm. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers!
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The give to the lone running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Here comes the heat. It's complete to the right. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. A fair catch is made right at the 50. Great field position for the offense. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Gonna run it. It's Hayden. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Plucks it out of the air.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bobo. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff and he's going right. Turning it on. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. The first 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands. It's a matchup problem, but the defense finally has something good happen.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Gives it on the option. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Sends it back in motion. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains. The Cornhuskers are moving quickly down the field. They go to the ground. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Bobo. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. With the run on 1st and goal. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Nebraska! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
35, Wisconsin, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Snags it quickly on the left. The Badgers racing to the line in the hurry-up. The corners are walked up tight. They're looking to throw on second and short. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
And it's incomplete on third down.
can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Out of the gun, the inside give. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now on first down from the 40. Wants to go up top on first down. The throw. Fires to the big fella. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. And the Huskers in a good spot here with second and short. They go to the draw. Finds a little space. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He's looking to throw. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here's a heat. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
What? No.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Cornhuskers will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped. $17. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is
Breaks into the open. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Badgers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. To the air, it's Alexander. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Wisconsin! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Really nice job by the quarterback there, just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. He'll keep it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense understanding this. And that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Give to the running back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the air on 2nd down. Right on the money. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Touchdown, Huskers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control with this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job of avoiding this. Picking up a few on the run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Looking to throw, it's Alexander. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Badgers will call on their punt team. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've been dominated. Now they'll try to execute to their own standard. On the ground, it's Jamison.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Inside the 35. Smashes him with the stiff arm. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain. And they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. And the Huskers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. Trying to surge it in. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And on that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
Nebraska, 56. Wisconsin.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to the ground with the running back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Alexander. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Badgers send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll start this drive at their own 48. To the ground with the back.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Running back searching for a hole. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached a break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They go back to work in the final period of this one. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. A strike downfield. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense getting set for 1st down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Fakes to grab. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll keep it on the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And he had just enough to will that one home. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Trying to make... Oh, he's got some space.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get 1st downs.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Badgers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Here's the handoff.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going... to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Man, the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, They got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And the Badgers decide to punt it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
The Cornhuskers will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on 3rd. Pulls it in. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give as they work on that clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw, it's Alexander. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. It'll be a draw. There he goes.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has. And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like, they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
The Badgers will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Power football with the run. Got the 1st down and more. Takes it the other way. The 30. Running inside the 20.
yardage on the play. First and goal, Nebraska.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.